Okay, so I'm at a neighbor's house that's behind us at my parents' lake house, and during all the rain that we had, a tree fell down in our backyard. And of course, because we're next to the lake, it's an incredible incline and the lots are all irregular, so really hard to access. But back here, all the way up the hill on top of the leach field, is where it fell. There's a lot of vines in here, as well as overgrowth, and you can actually see a couple more dead ash trees. This one was still partially alive, but I think with the multiple inches of rain we got, the root system totally gave out and it fell right over. You can't even see in there to wherever the base of the tree is, but you can sort of see the main portion of tree here. All right, so since everything's so totally overgrown back there, there's really no sense in fighting to try and get the rest of that out. And our neighbor here, she doesn't really care about this. She just either wanted it pushed in the woods or cleaned up. So basically what we're gonna do now is my dad's running to grab the dump trailer, and we're just gonna put pretty much all of this material in it. And I believe it'll all fit in one trailer full. So then next weekend we'll be taking that over to the town dump. There's definitely some good wood for firewood, but I don't split firewood, and everybody that I know that needs firewood, I've given them pretty much all the firewood they could need for a year with how many trees I've taken down. So it's really more of a pain to get rid of than it is anything that you'd be making big money off of. So bringing it to the landfill, and they'll have the company that comes and trucks it out and then recycles it into chips or whatever. So it'll get used somehow. Now the fun part is going to be bringing down heavy items on this slope, where it totally tilts to the house. So I think I can actually get through it all right. As long as I keep the bucket low and the backhoe extended out to the right, I should be able to go up and down the hill just fine. And another quick note is that our septic field for our house is actually back up there behind those ash trees that are dead. And my dad and I have hand cleared stuff like this back there a few times, but it looks like it's been quite overgrown. I think the last time we did it was probably about 6 or 7 years ago, so it may be in the near future that we are either renting or buying a flail head mower to deal with most of this overgrowth anyway, because it just encroaches so fast, just like I've seen on all these other jobs. Okay, that gets the tree all cleaned up, and we got it all in one trailer. Just have to go smash it down with the excavator a bit when I bring it back to my house, but it's all staying in town, so it's not big drives on the highway or anything. So the grapple that I have, the Everything Attachments grapple, the non-clamshell version, works really good for this type of work because you're able to really pick up big loads. I mean, I was taking the thing completely full, 3 or 4 logs in a piece, and it helped get this done in less trips, especially going up and down the hill. Pretty much no lawn damage other than where the tree fell, and everything should come right back. So we pretty much just parked the trailer over on our property here just to give some space to actually load it. And it's humped up pretty decently, but there are a lot of voids in it. And that's really because the lift height on the tractor just makes it over the batter boards that I put on, so you really can't overfill the trailer with that thing, as well as you can't push it down. So that's something I have to end up doing with the excavator. So it would be nice having a little bit more lift height on it, but it definitely makes it a lot easier than hand loading the brush and everything, just having to mess with getting it out of the grapple once it's in there. It is what it is, but definitely would be nice if it had another foot of lift reach. And then another thing we'll be doing later this year is extending the retaining walls on the front of our property here. This property actually used to be owned by my great-grandparents because it's the house that's right behind ours, and it was rebuilt in 2015. And when they rebuilt it, they did retaining walls only a certain amount out, and then the rest of this was all old, and there's still some in there, old stone and mortar. And basically she would like to extend the retaining walls out on both sides, as well as add in steps going up that way and possibly steps on this side. So the block's all ordered, it's just a matter of getting the time to do the project, so that'll be something to look forward to.